Good afternoon and welcome to Port Moresby's Lloyd Robson Oval this afternoon, the 1998 Cambridge Cup final between Kokopo Muruks of East New Britain and Goroka North. Certainly shaping up to be a torrid affair, with both sides having come through from the beginning of the competition and hence meeting in the climax this afternoon. Let's take a look at the two lineups this afternoon. Firstly, the Goroka North side, and in the fullback position, and their captain, Sil Kama. Their wingers are Ole Bebe and Paul Panix. George Abba, Stephen Sike, their centre pairing. The halves are Philip Bob and Russell Komi. Makali Aizuye, Afox and Mercy make up the front row, with Goive, Amos and Aize making up the back row. Off the bench, Makive Sune and Oscar Zugu. They're coached by Ipai Maniha. Their opponents this afternoon, from the East New Britain, the Kokopo Muruk side. Let's take a look at their lineup. From the fullback position is Nomoil Eramus. He's also the captain this afternoon. Their wingers, Walter Werlia and William Tale. Vincent Tadius and Moab Kibung are the centres. Into their halves, Channel Pua and Mark Tilling. Their front row sees Narakau, Werlia and Teno. Aquila, Toligur and Sakamasi make up the back row, with Peter Dun, Wasara and Oscar Pitar coming off the bench. Oscar Timele is their coach. They're the two lineups for this afternoon, shaping up to be a good crowd affair. There's a good crowd out here to support both sides, pretty evenly dispersed this afternoon. We'll go for a break and we'll come back with all the action. And welcome back. We're just about set for the kickoff as the referee this afternoon, Laksimeta, blows time on, and the East New Britain Muruks through no more Ermas gets the ball down inside. Goroka North's in goal area, but the Norths will bring it back out. That's the first tackle of the afternoon. Norths inside the red zone will work it towards their right. And this is Philip Bob, who will play it just outside his 20-metre line. They work at the short side again. Little short ball and a half break now made by Pani. And Pani's put down 15 away from halfway as they throw the ball around in this first set. And this is Anios, who will take the tackle, still in their own territory. Back towards midfield. Long ball out wide. Again, held up is Abba. He throws one out the back door. He tried to, but they pulled him to ground. That's the fifth tackle. On their first set, they've made it inside Muruk's territory as Philip Bob puts right foot to ball. Came off the side of his foot. It's gone not very far. In the end, the Norths ended up with it. They kick it again, and then they end up with the ball again. Lost forward. And we should see a changeover to the Rabaul Muruk side, as they have their first touch of the afternoon. That's the halfway line. Sakamasi it was who was pulled down on the first. Now this is Stephen Toligur, one of the old hands in this Muruk side this afternoon, with his captain Nomo Leramus, played in the last Muruk's Cambridge Cup side. Going for their third title this afternoon, the Muruks, as Eramus gets into the play from full back into dummy half. Long cut-out pass, and the ball's gone to ground. Kicked up into the air, and in the end pulled down by Paul Panix. And Panix will play it for Goroka Norths. As they work the hit-ups now through Goive. This is Afox. He turns it back towards the short side and finds good support coming through. They'll play it on the halfway line. Back towards the open. The short ball thrown by Connie. And now inside Muruk's territory. Goroka North Once again, ball held up, then slipped to Abba. He slips it back out the back door again. They work it across now towards the open. Numbers out to the left. The ball's going through and picked up again as referees called play on. They keep it alive through Philip Bob. And once again, it's gone to death. And that should see a scrum to be put down. The first of the afternoon. As the crowd give a small round of applause for some good handling by the Goroka North player that came undone on the line. So Mark Tilling puts it in, then works it out as Eramus joins in the line for a touch. They put him to deck quite smartly. As we see another hit up. And they work their way up towards the halfway line. And that's the halfway line just in front of them. They work it out wide. And the ball lost in the tackle. Goroka North again with possession. Inside Muruks territory. So now with an opportunity, Lawrence Goive it is who will play it. He's 10 inside Muruks territory. He'll play it back. Afox dummies one way, then finds a runner coming through in the form of Aizue. And Aizue is pulled down towards midfield. Towards the left, they throw it underneath the head-high tackle. There is Kama, almost getting through, and Laxi Mehta, the referee, will call it back. We see it on the replay there. There's a dummy, and then the inside ball, and then underneath the head high goes Kama. Thought the referee could have let that go, but he's called it back. I think he's called a forward pass. And the last pass, it went to Sil Kama, and Muruks ended up with the feed from the scrum. As Channel Aquila takes a hit up. And they work it back towards open spaces, keeping away from the sidelines. Goroka side physically power over this Muruks side from East New Britain. Between the two sides. There's a good kick put through by the Muruks. All the chasers are there in numbers, and Goroka now with the job to get out from their in-goal area. They need to run it all the way around now. He's still Kama. He's lost the ball. It's been snapped up by little Tilling, and Tilling will dive over for the first pointer of the afternoon. And there's a signal for fair try from the referee, coming from a Goroka mistake inside the in-goal area, but it all came from a brilliant kick from the Muruks. Perfectly weighted. And take a look at it in here on the replay. Picking up the ball, trying to get away from the chasers. They were everywhere. Running across field, chased by Sakamasi. And there's the ball travelling forward. Little Mark Tilling scooped it up and dives over untouched. For the Muruks to lead 4 points to nil with a conversion attempt yet to come. And so captain and fullback Normoil Eramus sets himself for the conversion attempt. Roughly 22 meters out. A couple of meters in from touch on the far side. And what little breeze there is here at the Lloyd Robson Oval will certainly be behind him. And he should Have aimed for the right-hand upright, but it's gone out to the left. So the scoreline will remain at 4, leading Goroka North's yet to score, and the perfect start for the Muruks. Goroka North having most of the possession in the early parts of the game. Muruks picking up an opportunity after a mistake by Silkama. And there's almost another mistake by the Goroka North's backs, as they manage to recover in time and bring it out into the field of play. Good dummy thrown, as the ball's kept alive again. And Larson Mercy plays it. Beautiful ball, unable to be held, gone to deck again, and the Muruks ending up with possession. They're inside Goroka North's territory. As they hit it up towards midfield. Killing picks up one to his right, in the form of Aquila, as they work it back now towards the left. Eramas in the line, he sends it on to Pua. Pua in turn sends it on to Kivung. He finds support out wide in the form of Stephen Toligur, and Toligur with a good run up towards, or inside now, the North's 20. As they work it back towards the upright, still into dummy half. He works it across field. Eramas holds it up. The pass looked forward. The referee let it go. Tilling ends up with it. He cleans up the loose ball. And Muruks onto the attack again. They lead by 4. Eramas works at the short side. Silly pass thrown by the Muruks, so they've lost possession again. So throwing away an opportunity. And Goroka North end up with possession 10-15 metres away from their own line, about 1.5 metres in from the far side. As we mentioned, they're bigger forwards now taking the hit up. Time will tell whether the Moresby heat has an effect on the Goroka North's forward pack. There's Sike. Takes some of the workload off the forwards. Very good roll on. Trying to keep play moving. Not the best of kicks though. And the Muruks again end up with possession. This is Walter Werlia. Eramas. Big gaping hole up the middle. Sighted. Kicked through by the Muruks. The player was held back. We'll see what the referee calls here. Goroka North in the meantime pick up possession. 10 out from their own line. And they've let it go, but good Muruks defence will keep him within the 20. Wild pass thrown, picked up by Kama at the back. He shrugs off one before he's put to deck. Lost 5-6 metres in that little passage of play. Biggest contributing factor was the wild pass thrown backwards to nobody in particular. As Goibe tries to make inroads through the Muruks forward pack, but they hold. And now they work it out. Ball thrown. Coming through on the outside is Punny. He comes back in field after sensing he was running out of room. Dummy half now is Abba. He works it back in field. Straight into the hands of Connie. He puts the ball up. Eramas underneath it. The ball's gone nowhere near him. He's gone nowhere near the ball. And Goroka North end up with possession again. Unfortunately, not touched by the Muruks, so that'll be a changeover. I don't know what Normal Eramas was thinking of there. He was nowhere near the football as it came down. Don't know whether he misjudged it or whether the sun was in his eyes. nevertheless, Muruks did not touch the ball. They end up with possession. There's another ball thrown out the back door. They keep it alive as they work it across field again. Looking to extend their lead. Hands thrown. They're moving from one side of the field to the other. This is Marv Keegan, brought down on the 20-meter line. Dummy half was Tenor. Sends it the open. Little chip over the top by Sakamasi. Chases it there. The ball's gone to deck. The Muruks are in again. Wait for the referee's call on this one. And it's been given. So, the Muruks from East New Britain, 8. Leading Goroka North yet to score. There's a conversion attempt yet to come. As we take a look again on the replay. David Sakamasi, little chip over the top. The chasers were flying through. And once again, Silkama making the error of letting the ball bounce. And the backup was there to pounce on the second four-pointer of the afternoon from the boys from the East New Britain. David Sakamasi put the kick through, and his good work of chasing has earned him a four-pointer. He could virtually throw it over from there. As he pots it calmly through the uprights. And the Kokopo Muruks, 10 points, leading Goroka North yet to score. So whether the Goroka North team are shell-shocked or still a little unsettled, they certainly went into this game as hot favourites to take out the Cambridge Cup for this year. But Kokopo Muruks have other ideas this afternoon. And as you mentioned, a little bit of experience as the ball raked out there. Laxi Methers spotted that straight away, and the penalty's been given immediately. And Goroka North with a penalty that will certainly relieve some pressure off them, having been camped in their own side of halfway for the last 7 or 8 minutes. Well, some breathing space as they restart play and find themselves inside Muruks territory. We're just going to see if they can do something with this set of 6 as they work it back in field. Makive with a good step before being pulled down 30 out as they keep the ball alive, and Isaac backing up. He throws it out the back door. They throw it again. This is Goive. He throws the dummy. He looks for support. Support to his right. He went the wrong way and has lost the ball forward. Let's go. Losing the ball forward. Lawrence Goive made the half break. He had his support on his right, but he went to the left, took the wrong option, and in the end lost the ball forward, and a chance went begging. There you see, and losing the ball. So the Muruks, everyone's in again at dummy half. This is Whirlia. Jinking run up the short side, met in some heavy defence by the North through Bebe. They look to use the breeze again, the muruks. And a good kick. Finding touch. 20 meters away from the Goroka North's line, so the muruks back down into North's territory. On the 20-meter line they are again. They've made some half breaks this afternoon. Goroka, unfortunately, have been unable to finish them off, as we see another good half run, a half break made by Sike before he managed to slip it. And that's taken up to within 9 of halfway. They're working their way towards midfield, away from a tackle. Ball thrown, it's gone to deck again. Lucky bounce picked up there by Anios, and Anios inside Muruks territory, struggling with 3 Muruks defenders before they finally put him to deck. And he'll play it. In midfield, they work it to their right. Juggling the ball before sending a pass that didn't really need to be thrown. 30 meters out now they are. Across now to Bob. He puts up the kick. Shocking kick. It's gone to deck. Immediately picked up by Walter Werlier. And Werlier comes back in field. Keeping away from the sideline. Still 17 meters away from the halfway line as they work it towards the open. Losing ground on that tackle. They work it again, now towards the short side. Aramis. Walter Werlier again. And Goroka North knocking the ball through. The chasers coming through, but in the end cleaned up by Sil Kama. A lot of mistakes creeping into this Goroka North's game. You see it in the replay. There's the chip through, coming off the Goroka North player. And luckily cleaned up. Steven Sike with a good run, gaining 10-12 meters, getting away from 3 or 4 defenders as a Muruks player grabs a piggyback. Ball thrown out the back door again. They like keeping this ball alive, these Goroka Norths. Switching play again. To deck again to nobody in particular. The Muruks defense still holding. As Norths. George Abba plays it. 10 inside Muruks territory. And the referee's blown it up. As we have a look at it, something to do with the play. The way it is, he's lost the ball. Trying to put it down to play it. So, another silly mistake by the Goroka North players. Certainly putting themselves under a lot of pressure as Aramis again takes another hit up. From dummy half, Channel Pua holds it up, throws the dummy, then makes 10 meters up the middle for being heavily put to deck by Lawrence Goive and Siwo Anios. And the ball lost. And Norths with the scrum feed, 10 on their own side of halfway. They work their right hand flank now. As we see the Muruks with possession. Up to the 20 they are. They've certainly taken their opportunities this afternoon, the Muruks. They lead by 10. A half dummy thrown from dummy half. As they try to work themselves into some kind of attacking position. Whirlier across field, they move it. Eramas, he holds it up, sizes up the situation, and then he slips it to Penny Tenno, and Tenno pulled down in some good defense. Still 14 meters away. Cross to the right-hand flank, little grabber kick put through. It's gone over the sideline, and that should see a scrum 10 away from the Goroka North line. They will get the feed. Don't know if that was the right option by the Muruks. As Russell Connie picks it up off the base of the scrum, and then he slips it across field to Philip Bob, and Bob put down. To get out of their red zone. Good strong run again from Jeffrey Isaac. Making some good valuable meters for his side. This is Oscar Zugu, who will play it on the paddock now. Came off the bench. Well, the runner's coming through, but the ball's been left behind and cleaned up again by Goroka North. So yet again, more mistakes, and they put themselves under a lot of pressure. Russell Connie. They make good ground. Good ground and gainage when they have possession. But their handling is just something to be worked on by their coach, certainly at half-time. As we see them here, half break made, the hands held out, the ball was there. Afox sending it towards the open. Connie, he sends a long ball across. They cut out another man. Standing out wide and picking it up is Sike. He's lost the ball. Muruks end up with it. Little short ball from Whirlier goes to his right, and he picks up Walter Whirlier, and he's put down. 30 away from their own line, the Muruks. Cross field to Eramas. He sends it on. Pua. And then they work it across field and clean it up in midfield. Short ball taken and given through to Kibuk. Kibuk, so he's got support on his left. He gives it away now to William Tale, and nobody will take him. Nobody in front of him. He'll walk it around underneath the uprights. And William Tale touches down for the Kokopo Muruk side as they skip further ahead. 14 points to nil as we take a look at it on the replay. Here they go, they work the short side. Beautiful ball to Moab Kibung. Kibung sets sail up towards the 40, draws the last line of defense, and then slips a beautiful ball to William Tale. And Tale, full of running up the left-hand flank towards the uprights, raises his fist and puts it down underneath the uprights. Gives no more Lerimus. A very easy opportunity to add the extras as we take a look at it from the head on. And there you see Tale running it around. And the Muruks now certainly should move to 16 as Eramas spots that with ease. One of the old fellas inside. 16 points to the Kokopo Muruks. No more Eramas. He has indicated he may retire after the Cambridge Cup game this afternoon. Certainly been around a few years. One of the longest serving Muruks players. Goroka North, well, nothing is going right for them this afternoon. There's a football touched on the way through. And really, they've got to get their act together if they're going to take part at all in this game this afternoon. This is Masara bringing it back now for the muruks. Straight back onto the attack. That's the first tackle, and they're inside the 20. They work the short side. As the referee calls it up. And he's called time off. We've got a player down on the 20. Just like a Goroka North's player. Here's Masara with the run. Sitting away from the two. And I think there, the head clash between the two Goroka North players. I think it could be Oscar Zugu, who is the man down. I'll double check as soon as he comes up and we'll take a look at him. There's the muruks again. Continue with their attacking raids of this Goroka North's line. Towards the short side they work it again. This is Thaddeus. Haven't seen much of him in the game this afternoon. Vincent Thaddeus. Eramus dummying to kick. In the end he finally does chip, but it's too big and going over the dead ball line. And the Norths. Come back and restart on the 20. Well, they survived that onslaught from the muruks. Channel Aquila coming across the top, slipped off the tackle. In the end he managed to pull him down. They work it towards the left, and a good half break made by Lawrence Goive. Away from 1-2, still going, went over, stood up and kept going again, and finally they pull him down. But a good run from him. Can the North capitalise on the good yardage made by Goive? They work it across field, and there is the answer. Again, silly pass. The handling was even worse. You see there, he's pulled it in and then thrown it forward. And then the scrum called by the referee. So the referee's found a penalty from the scrum here, going to Goroka North, and a real opportunity for them now with a set of 6. And well, no need to say anything about that. Throwing the ball away again, the Goroka side, as the muruks now reciprocate by throwing the pass straight over the far side touchline with a silly pass, and they had numbers out there to the right. Take a look at it here. Drawing the man, all it needed was a good pass. And a real opportunity gone for the muruks as well. Goroka work it up through Bebe up to the 20. They go towards the right. This is George Abba. From dummy half is Jeffrey Izey, and he's knocked it forward again. Well, you won't win football games by throwing the ball away, fellas. You need the football to score tries. And I don't know whether Goroka are panicking, or they just can't get into the rhythm, or they just can't catch. I don't know. Which one is it? 4 defenders it took to pull down David Sakamasi. Channel Aquila again up the short side. They slip over. Oscar Peter. Crossfield they work it. Once again putting right foot to ball. Another brilliant kick from him. He'll find touch. 25 metres away from the Goroka North line. And clever football being played by the Muruks this afternoon. Using the breeze that's behind their back in the first half. And keeping play up the Goroka North's end of the paddock. I don't think Goroka North have got inside the Muruks 10-metre line yet. Certainly a lot of support for the Goroka North side this afternoon here at the ground. And the Muruks always a popular team, having won the cup twice already. They lost their 3rd challenge. This is the 4th time they're in the final. And going for their 3rd win out of 4 attempts. So far they're looking good. Vincent Thaddeus away from 1, 2. Finally they pull him down. And he's lost the ball as the Norse immediately move on to the attack. Inside Muruk territory. Nobody there. Azue had to go himself. And in the end, they end up getting the penalty, the Goroka side, and it's marched again up to the 20-metre. Quick tap taken, then slipped away immediately to Anios. He's lost the ball forward, as has been the case all afternoon. Immediately fallen on by Penny Tenor, and Tenor will play it 10 away from his line. This is Kivum, out the back door, gets it to Pua. Worlier from dummy half. They throw the inside ball that goes back again to Worlier. Try to split him up the middle. Jeffrey Isaiah was there with support. Good, hard, strong run again by David Sakamasi. Brings him up to the halfway line. Took 3 Goroka North defenders to pull him down. There's no more errors. Had a look to the line. He decided to put it up in the air. The ball's gone down. And in the end, well picked up by Kama.
5 minutes of play remaining. Ladies and gentlemen, this match is probably brought to you with a compliment.
Paul Punny, rather. It was Paul Punny who brought it back. And got his side out of some pressure with a good run. As we almost see another knock on. Goroka now. The Muruks letting the Norse run into their territory. And here we see another good, hard, strong run, making ground every time they touch the ball, this Goroka pack. And they're catching the Muruks offside. Another quick tap taken. Steven Sicker taking a quick tap and stepping. Now inside the 20. They work towards the short side, and who should be coming through? Anios. He's thrown one out the back door. It's gone to ground. Cleaned up immediately by Sil Kama. He stands and turns. Then he'll end up playing it. This is Sune. He throws it back in field, looking for support. Goroka North, they work it on. And they'll dive over their first 4-pointer of the afternoon. Good support play from Wakali Aizue. And they're back on the board, and that should give them some confidence. The initial run here. He slipped the magic ball to Wakali Aizue.
Muruks on 60 points.
He dives over, managed to just hold on to that too. It was on his hip. In the end, completing it with the somersault. We now await the conversion attempt.
Come on, goroka!
Well, I was going to say he could almost have thrown it over from there, but maybe he should have thrown it over. As the scoreline remains, 16 points to 4 in favour of the Muruks. Certainly they needed that conversion attempt to keep him in touch with the lead that the Muruks have built up. It's going to be so much harder again. This is Masara. Penny Tenor. Earlier. Hermes. Short ball to Aquila. Felt that tackle. Hermes sends it on again. And in the end, Pua took the tackle. From dummy half, a good hard darting run by Oscar Pitar. Inside the 20 he goes. Quickly moving into dummy half is Whirlier on the last tackle. This is Walter Whirlier. Ball thrown out the back door. Again to Toligur. He sends it on. Standing out wide and he'll dive over. Will be Moab Kivung for the Muruks. That's the little dance. On the last tackle, they took the chance and they ran it. They had to keep the ball alive. And they did that. As we take a look at it here on the replay. There's Walter Whirlier getting away from one. Throws it over the head of another. Into the hands now of Stephen Toligur. He stood out wide, threw the long ball, pulled in one-handed by Moab Kivung, and running over, untouched, put it down, and enhancing the Muruk scoreline this afternoon. So again, a case. There was the good work there by Toligur. He managed to take 3 players out by holding the ball up, and 20 points to 4 with the unsuccessful conversion attempt. The Muruks building up a healthy lead. As the halftime hooter goes in the background, Goroka North trying to salvage some points quickly before the halftime break. Eramas letting the ball bounce dangerously before pulling it in the last minute. And we'll go to the break with the Kokopo Muruks 16 leading Goroka North on 4 points.
Goroka North and Rabal Muruks are on 16 points leading United Records Goroka North.
Enhancing performance by the Muruk side in the first half, and here at halftime they lead 16 points to 4 over Goroka North, who have been a little shell-shocked. Let's take a look at the highlights now as we see the first try coming up. Good kick put through there by Sakamasi, and the chasers coming through, 4 in all. They managed to keep Silkama inside his in-goal area, and then when the cover defence came across and picked up Kama, he lost the ball, and little Mark Tilling, the halfback, picked it up and managed to dive over untouched, and that was the perfect start that the Muruks wanted for the afternoon. They led by 4 points to 0 at that stage. Unsuccessful conversion attempt by Normal Eramas. And then he was locked forward, Sakamasi again. Little chip over the top he put through, and once again Silkama involved, letting the ball bounce, going for the man. The ball went to deck, nobody at home, and the kicker himself, Sakamasi, dived over, and Normal Eramas, a very easy conversion attempt, took them up to 10 points to 0. And then they worked towards the left flank with a beautiful ball delivered to Moab Kivung. Kivung sliced them up the left-hand flank, drew the last line of defence, and then slipped it out to his winger, William Tale, and Tale untouched and with a high knee action, running it around towards the uprights, and very happy with himself with the try, putting it down underneath the uprights again for another easy conversion attempt for Nomoil Eramas, and they took it up to 16 points to nil. Then they relaxed a bit, the Muruks. They let Goroka North come back, and to Goroka North's credit, they kept coming all afternoon, and a beautiful ball delivered ended up in the hands of their prop, Wakali Aizuye, and Aizuye diving over. He managed to pull in a good ball too. It was thrown at his hip. Okay, the half-time statistics. There you see the scoreline. The scrums, a little even, Muruks just in front there. The penalties, 4-0 in favour of Goroka North, missed tackle, 6 apiece, and the story of the first half really lies in the bottom line there, the handling errors. 13 Goroka North, Kokopo Muruks keeping theirs down to 5, and that certainly has a bearing on the scoreline of 16 points to 4. All right, that's the halftime stats and highlights. We'll go for a break and come back with the second and final 40 minutes of the 1998 Cambridge Cup. As Goroka North gets set to get us underway for the final 40 minutes of this Cambridge Cup final. And I'm certain that their coach, Ipai Maniha, would have had a lot to say about their handling errors of the first 40 minutes. If they're going to get back into this game at all, they've really got to improve on that drastically. Muruks. In the meantime, working their way out of their 30. There's Nomoil Eramas. Adopts the same ploy that you used during the first half, which is to keep the ball down Goroka North's end of the paddock and get his chasers down there, which they do. They manage to put down their panic. See the Goroka North forward pack now hunting as a pack, and now inside Muruks territory. They would really want to score first in this first couple of minutes. Put themselves back into the game well and truly. They are packed now. Crossfield, they're a couple of metres away, ball's gone to ground, it's picked up, and they put it down over the line. What's Laksimeta going to rule here? Fair try, and Goroka North, that's the start they wanted in the second 40 minutes as Nomoil Eramas calls his players in, and he's giving them a little talking to behind the line there. But here's how it happened. They worked the ball across the field. Philip Bob, the short ball to Jeffrey Isaac. He managed to slip it out the back door, and back there was Larson Mercy, and Mercy diving over and putting it down pretty much the same way that Mark Tilling scored his try, off a loose ball. There you see it, and there he slips it back. It's gone to deck. It was a chance that he took, and it's paid off for the Goroka North as Larson Mercy picks up a 4-pointer. And now 16 points to 8 with a conversion attempt yet to come. Can the Norths do it? The boys from the Highlands against the boys from the Islands. George Jabba, left-footed, puts it calmly between the uprights. And now we've got a scoreline of the Muruks on 16 over the Norths on 10. Certainly back now into the game. That should give them a little more confidence again. And it's exactly the start that they wanted for the second stanza. Scoring in the first 5 minutes. As we await a football, now one kicked onto the paddock. Ermas. Immediately sending it to Sakamasi. He hurdles one and then makes another 20 meters upfield. Cimenta calls up play. And penalty against Goroka North, so there's a kick in there. Take a look at it here. There's Sakamasi getting away from that attempted tackle, and he sets sail straight up midfield. Pull down from behind, swinging arm across the top. And we didn't end up seeing the kick in the end. Tell us earlier. Everyone's running across field, practically putting it into the runner's hand. And in the end, they lost the ball forward. Good, hard, strong run from the Goroka North forwards again as they work it up towards the Muruks red zone. They're 30 metres away. They work towards midfield. Now they're inside the 20. This is Jeffrey Isaac. He'll play it back into dummy half is Connie. He works it across field. That's Aizuye. Ball's gone to deck. And that'll be a knock-on call by the referee. For a moment there, Goroka North were looking good. And then errors again creeping into their game, which was their biggest downfall of the first half. Here we see the scrum. Fed and won by the Muruks. Channel Pua feeding the scrum. Mark peeling off the paddock. Laying all over the Muruks players, Goroka. There's a heavy tackle from two Norse players. Keeping the Muruks down this end of the paddock. Ermas. Cross field, he works it. There's the Muruks again, ducking under a flying Oscar Zugu. And that could be a penalty. Carrying on with the tackle. So another silly error from the Goroka North. Have a look at it here. There's the flying tackle by Zugu over the top. Could have taken his head off. And there you see Philip Bob throwing a little player down again. Works fine touch. 10 away from halfway. Channel Aquila will play a couple of meters away from halfway. Nice defense in threes in this instance. Killing now back on the paddock. Throws a long ball across field. Ermas. And the penalty going to Muruks again for a high shot. You see there Ermas throwing the ball across. And there's a tackle right down the head. So again Goroka North giving the Muruks an opportunity through some silly mistakes. And the Muruks now well and truly on the attack. They're inside the red zone. They're about 12 meters away as they work it to the left. Eramas is standing out there. He rallies his charges. The inside ball, it's gone to ground, and Goroka North end up with possession, 5 away from their own line. Eramas makes the tackle. Now he starts barking at his players again as the Norse try to work it out of their danger zone. This is Lance Makive. He'll play it. Dummy half is Connie. He works it towards the short side. He finds a runner out there in the form of Lawrence Goive. Goive will play it 24 metres away from his own line. They work towards halfway. Seeing a gap and trying to slip through it, Philip Bob. It closed on him and they got him. Into dummy half now is Zugo. He works it to his left. He finds Big Anios coming through. Anios managed to slip one out the back door to Lawrence Larson Mercy. And Mercy is pulled down. He'll play the ball quickly on the ground. They work it towards the short side again. Panics, inside ball, finds Zugu. He's barreled in a good tackle by a Muruk defender. That's 5 tackles gone as they work it back towards halfway again. Into the hands of Philip Bob. He puts up the kick. Who's underneath it for the Muruks? It's bouncing everywhere. There's North players there. They pick it up. What's the referee going to call here? Muruks didn't handle the football, and that'll be a changeover. So Goroka North starting to look good when they throw the ball around and when they hold it as well. Put together some good little passages of play. Unfortunately, they still trail on the scoreboard as no more Larimer spins out of one. He'll play at 15 away from his own line. Stealing a couple of metres from dummy half was their little hooker, Apelius earlier, but he's lost the ball. Goroka North straight back onto the attack again. They're on the 20. That's the 20-metre line that they'll find themselves playing the ball. Into dummy half now is George Abba. He keeps it working towards his left. Russell Connie. Connie still going forward, being assisted by Ole Bebe. As Connie now moves to dummy half and they work it across field, stepping off his right foot. And coming back towards the short side is Lawrence Goive. Made another 3-4 metres. Into dummy half now is Mercy. Already scored 1 try this afternoon, looking for his second. And he's inches away from the line as Connie from dummy half throws it the open. The ball flicked on. It's gone to ground. Touched through by Goroka North. That should be a knock on. And that's the way the referee saw it. So, desperation football. There's a little knock on. And the Muruks will get the scrum feed 15 away from their own line. Mark Tilling. Eramas. They work it out towards the right-hand flank again. As they set sail again, the Muruks. They work it out wide. This is Walter Werlia. He ran out of room, came back in field, and then pulled down by his opposite, Ole Bebe. Oscar Peter at dummy half. Eramas becomes the first receiver again. He sends it on now to Channel Pua. And Pua pulled down. Werlia works at the short side again. Kivung spinning out of one, still standing, manages to slip it out the back door, but Goroka North managed to fall on the loose ball, and they end up with possession again. Played now by Aizuye. So make another couple of metres. Connie across field. Another good run by Lawrence Goive. Jesus had a good game this afternoon despite being down on the scoreboard. Sivo Anios. Kama into the line, making up the extra man. Muruks defence holding to date out wide, but the numbers are there. Kama ends up with the football again, steps off his left, off his right, and then they pull him down on the 20-metre line. Sakamasi falling off the tackle player. But Goroka North well and truly on the attack, 5 metres away underneath the upright. Which way will they throw it? Weighing up their options is little Russell Connie at dummy half. He decides to work it to his right. He finds support there in the form of Shune. He throws it out. They should score. They're held up still half a metre short. And that'll be 5 tackles gone. Interesting to see the options here. They tried to dive over, and I think they have. Held up is the call. Held up. Well, the opportunity certainly there for Goroka North to come within 2 points off the kokopo muruks. As you take a look at it from the head-on angle, trying to burrow his way over. Referee right on the spot, General Pua, the man underneath the football, as ruled by the referee. And that should be a shepherd with the football running behind his own player, and Goroka North end up with the penalty. 23 metres away, so they get another chance. They're on the attack again. Good, hard, strong run by Aizuye. He plays it quickly. They're 11 metres away. They work it towards their left. Shrugging off 1, shrugging off 2. Then he goes out the back door. Ball's gone to deck. And again, handling errors by Goroka North. Let's see, another opportunity lost. Tilling puts it in. Picks it up off the base. There's a big gaping hole up there. Ducks under a swinging arm. And will play it 24 away from his line. Another good strong run from dummy half by Oscar Peter. Peter now working the muruks up towards the halfway line as they work it across field. This is Aquila. He sends it on to Toligur. Ball's gone to ground. In the end, William Tale had to go back and pick it up. Then he came back towards midfield and he'll be put down. They're 10 inside Goroka North's territory now. No more Lerimus, the dummy half, starting to rally his charges again. He seizes an opportunity up the short side. Steps away from 1. He's looking for his support. Now he finds Tale. Tale sends it out to his left to Aquila. Back to William Tale. What do you do? Tale's going to run it around towards the upright and put it down. Try number 2 for him. Apellis earlier, with help from Nomo Lerimus, combining with William Tale. And Tale, try number 2 for the afternoon. Eramas, sizing up the opportunity up the short side, stepped away from 1, looked for his support. Support was there in the form of Tale. Drew the man and threw it immediately now to Apellis Whirlier. Whirlier back in field to William Tale. And Tale running it around to make it easier for Nomo Eramas. As you see from head on, there's the step. Getting away from 1, and then the support. Tale drew and passed, and then had the good sense to back up again. As Whirlier back in field to Tale. And isn't he a happy man? So 2 of the old hands of this Muruk side, No More Lerimus and Apellis Whirlier, combining with William Tale for that four-pointer. Zermas pots that with ease again through the uprights. 22 points to 10, the Muruks over the North. Muruks to restart play again. So certainly a game that's gone from one end of the field to the other. 2 sets of 6 previously, so Goroka North attacking the Muruks line. And then making use of their opportunity and moving up to the other end of the field is picking up a 6-pointer. Lawrence Goldberg. He's the man who plays the football. Russell Coiney is the man who was a dummy half and slipped it to this man who is Stephen Sike. Sike now. 30 away. Inside ball coming through on the fly was Sune. And unfortunately losing the ball forward again. Peter plays it for the Muruks. Good run, 12 meters made in that little jinking run from dummy half by Whirlier. The referee's whistle goes in the background. We'll see what happens here. He's given a penalty to Goroka North against the muruks runner. Lifting up the knees. So take a look at it. There's the knee. Well, I don't think it came anywhere near. Well, but nevertheless, you aren't allowed to lift the knees. Ole Bebe taking a hit up off the penalty. Dummy thrown by Philip Bob, and then he let it go. There was a half gap there. Now Russell Connie moves to dummy half. Across field, the short ball again. They're trying to do it in close. As Russell Connie takes the tackle, that's 5 gone. They're running out of options here and running out of tackles as well. And in the end, they've run out and left the football. So Muruks end up with the ball again. Really taking a battering this afternoon, this young Muruks side. A lot smaller in physical stature as compared to the Goroka North side. Some of those boys are really feeling the tackles with some of the bigger Goroka players. As Walker earlier. They work it across again, back to Aramis. He decides to bring it back and puts a grubber kick through, pulled in by Sil Kama. And he's lost the ball again. And luckily for Goroka North, there was support there for Kama. Otherwise, the Muruks are certainly back onto the attack again. So Goroka doing a lot of one-off running now. He's finally put to death. Good run from dummy half by Stephen Sike. Gets a Porter is inside. Didn't look. Now they're waiting for runners. No runners there. This is Sune. Ball's gone to ground. Touched by Muruks. That should be 6 to go. There's Norse. Once again killing the football. Zugu across field. The Indian intercepted by the Muruks. As Oscar Pitta met in a heavy tackle. He felt it, taking his time to get up. That's a good hard strong run by this young Muruks pack. Kaleta dummy half, Aramis cuts out 2 men. And finds his 5'8" standing out like Channel Pua. He sends it on. Numbers out wide. Moab Kibum. He comes back in field. Spins. Turns. Finally takes the tackle. Few swinging arms there. The linesman's on the field. There's the second swinging arm. Don't know what the referee is going to call here. Having a word to him. And there it is. There's a penalty going to the Muruks against Oscar Zugu. And he's been around for a few years, Oscar Zugu. I thought he would have known better. Blatant swinging arm. All he's done is march the Muruks 30 metres up the paddock. Made their job easier. So we now await the football. The muruks attacking again. There's another swinging arms by the same man again, straight in front of the referee. Irimas, they've got numbers out wide again. William Tale, try number 3. Well, the muruks again, no more. Irimas was the man who sized up the situation. There you see the ball thrown to Toligur. He sends it across. Irimas calls for it. Irimas draws the last line of defense and slips it. And William Tale runs, puts it down. There you see Irimas. Back to Tale again. Putting it down. And well, we'll come back again. The referees call play back. The try disallowed. So a scrum. Being put down 10 away. The Norths inside their red zone. Here's a good, hard, strong run. Make it good yardage. It's Makari Aizuye. Good ball back in field as they keep it alive. Throwing it one way, then another. Switches, crisscrossing. Done in half, a good sneaking run by Stephen Sike. Ball's gone to deck. Finally they've got it back again. As they work themselves forward again, that's the 20-metre line in front of them. Certainly gone a long way on this set of 6. The ball's gone up into the air. No pressure on anyone in particular. The bounce is important. And it's gone the way of the Muruks by going over the dead ball line. So again, misjudged kick. The idea may have been right, but the execution just a little too much. And bouncing over the Zapelis Whirlia. Tamasi moving it on. And in the end, Channel 4 was the man who got the tackle on the halfway line. Irimas again. Every time he touches the ball, he sets something up for this side, and he's done it again as they work it up the left-hand flank. The ball going into the hands of Tenel Aquila. Will he make it to the line? Aquila, they drag him over the line, and he puts it down. Laxi Mehta is going to double check with his touch judge on the far side. Did Channel Aquila all right, well, that try's been disallowed again. This time the calls come from a touch judge and it was a double move. We'll have a look at it here. There he is. And, well, that's a try for mine. He's been pulled over by the Goroka player. So we have a look at it from this angle. There's Aquila striving for the line, pulled down by the Goroka player from the rear. Yes, from that angle, touch and go situation, I suppose. I'll leave it up to the experts. So Goroka North, they've survived 2 rulings against the Muruks. And now they're on the attack. Lens Makive. Moab Kivu up quickly there, shutting down the Goroka movement in at the centre mark. Quick hands, the step. Lawrence Goive it was. Ball taken out from the back door, pulled off the player. Laxi Mehta has called the player to play the ball on the 5th tackle. Out wide they go, the Norths. Dancing, probing, looking. There's no way through there, says the referee. Let's have a changeover. And the Muruks again through Vincent Thaddeus. Ermas seems to have the game on a string this afternoon. Every time he's touched the ball for the Muruks, they've either scored a try or come close to scoring. As we see another break made up midfield by little Mark Tilling. Throws the ball back infield. Play on, says the referee. Went to deck. I thought there was a knock on, but he's let it go. The ball's thrown over the head. It's gone to Vincent Thaddeus. Thaddeus comes back infield as he sees the far side touchline and pulled down 11, 12 metres away from the North line. They work it towards the open. Tilling with the football. They're sending him onto Moab Kivung. Kivung's met immediately and put the deck. No chance there to offload. He'll play it back into the hands of Worlia. Worlia now trying to bust through 1, 2, and he'll put it down next to the uprights. Walter Worlia, you think he just won the lottery. There he goes from dummy half. Sets his sights on the line. 1, 2, pushes off some pretty feeble defense from the Goroka North players. Slams it down. This time the referee says fair try. Yeah, the cheekiness of some of these players. But then why wouldn't they be happy? They're in front as time is ticking away in this 1998 Cambridge Cup final. Eremus raises the flags for the extras. 28 points to 10. The Muruks over Norths. There's a good shot of the crowd down here supporting the two teams this afternoon. The Muruks getting play underway again. Another short kick. I don't think I've seen them do a long kick all afternoon, the Muruks. Certainly is a ploy that gives the attacking team a 20-30 metre head start from where they should really get the football from. And as you can see on the second tackle, they're already back inside Muruks territory. So again another ball thrown out the back door. Knock-ons all over the place. So they put it in. Tilly picks it up off the base. Cuts out a man. Channel 4 it is who will be tackled. Work it across field. This is Wasara. Losing the ball. Thought it went backwards. The referee didn't think so. And that'll be a scrum. So Goroka North slowly seeing this game slipping away from them. They trail by 18 points. I think you'll need a really big miracle for them to win this match now from this point on. They've had the breeze in this second stanza. They just unfortunately have not used it at all to their advantage. Somebody at least should have taken a leaf out of Nomoleros' book during the first half. The way he used the breeze, he kept the football down Goroka North's end of the paddock. As we see the Norse almost getting through, but again the ball lost, and the referee is right on the spot saying it was raked out. So now Aizuya takes a quick tap, sends it the open. Once again, one-off football, not releasing. Look at again now, they come back towards the other way. Ball's gone to ground again. Knocked back. Just 3 or 4 meters. But still with plenty of room. Little pass over the top, almost could have been forward. Gone through in the end. It's gone into the hands of Jeffrey Isaac, who puts it underneath the uprights, and that'll be a try to Goroka. Well, also very casual. Also very casual. If you have a look at it here, there's the quick pass over the top from Isaac, and then he backs up himself, receives the ball, and walks over underneath the uprights and puts it down. There's a hit and turn. There's the try. So 28 points to 16 with a successful conversion attempt. The muruks over the Norths. Short kickoff tried by Goroka. Sakamasi. And there's a penalty. You should be told the allowed to dive within the rock area until the football has been cleared. Unfortunately, he did that, and a penalty to the muruks. Eramas again rallying his charges. Up the short side is Penny Tenor. Earlier dummy half, Eramas sends it on, line ball to Tilling. He sends it on as well. Eramas moves to dummy half now. This is Aquila. Number 30. Dummying and then throwing it. No real forward motion from the Muruks. They hold on to the football. Knocked back, says the referee, so they've been let off with that one. Walter Whirlier. He's now. They work it across. Toligur. There's a little chip over the top. North to clean up. Silkama ducking under one. And then heading straight into another defender. 22 meters away from his own line. This is little Tilling, 2 tackles in a row. Lance Makile with a good run. As with Steven Sicker. Now they work it out to Isaac. And again, play is called up. So let me look at it here. There goes Isaac. And the ball lost there. I think it could have been stripped, but the referee was in a better position. I have a feeling it was stripped by the Muruks defender. Channel 4 plays it. Eramas to dummy half. He works it across to Moab Kivu, who is virtually walking up that left-hand flank. I don't know what kind of claw he was pulling there. Eramas the short ball onto Channel Aquila. As we see Whirlier. Apellis Whirlier from dummy half, stealing a good 10-15 metres. Now they're 24 metres away. They want to go in again, the Muruks. Eramas again. He goes the short side, throws one out. Eramas again backs around. The dummy thrown by Channel. Moab Kivu rather. Moab Kivu through the dummy. They fell for it. And he goes over and puts down, and that'll be the sealer for the Cambridge Cup for 1998. So, Moab Kivu, his second try, but again, that man touched it, Eramas. Everything he's touched this afternoon is turned to gold. He moved it on to Thaddeus, ran around, out to Moab Kivu. Kivu threw the dummy to Eramas. They fell for it, and he walks around and puts it down. Over the line. We see it from a different angle. There's a quick ball out. Eramas back around. There's the dummy. Straightens up. There's a conversion attempt by Eramas, has fallen short. 32 points to 16, the Muruks over Norths. Depending on how many minutes left in the match, it certainly have to be in the running for the man of the match award this afternoon. Normal Eramas had a huge impact on the game this afternoon, on the scoreline and on his own team. Certainly led them by example. As here he goes again, kicking off. Goroka North still doing it hard. At the short side again. Now they go back towards the long side. Play certainly starting to slow down. A lot of very tired players out there as Goroka North working across field. The dummy thrown, but yet again, ball's gone to deck. Picked up by Vincent Thaddeus, and he'll play it on the 30-meter line. William Cullen from dummy half steals 9 meters. Eramas goes to Killing, on to Pua, and they'll send it on. And Stephen Poligur is brought down a couple of meters away from halfway. This is David Sakamasi throwing the dummy and then picking up Thaddeus out wide. He dummies back in field, but then he's put to deck. 38 meters away from Goroka North's line again. Killing. Eramas dummies the run around, then picks up Channel Aquila coming through on his left. As he works himself into dummy half again. On to Tilling. Across field it's gone. This is Channel Pua. That's the 5th tackle. And Tilling, sloppy work, one of the rare mistakes from him this afternoon. Not completing their set of 6 now, the Muruks. And the Hooter goes in the background. And Kokopo Muruks have taken out the 1998 Cambridge Cup. 32 points to 16, defeating Goroka Norths in a match that I think Goroka Norths never really got into. We'll go for a break though, and we'll come back with the full match wrap-up after these messages. Yeah, a great win by the Kokopo Muruks over the Goroka Norths, but let's take a look at the highlights of the second stanza first. The Goroka Norths really needed to score a try after trailing 16-4 at half-time. That's exactly what they did in the first 3 minutes of the second half through this try. by Larson Mercy, diving over untouched after a loose ball thrown back. But then the Muruks, the champion side that they are, it was this man who I think was the man of the match today, Normoil Ermas. Everything he touched turned good for the Muruks. He set up this try out wide, Tale onto their hooker, Apellis Whirlier, back in field to Tale, and William Tale running it around to make Normoil Ermas' job a little easier. And Ermas certainly did do that by adding the extras and scoring another try for the Muruks. So they skipped further ahead. And then from dummy half, it was picked up by Walter Whirlier, and he set his sights on the line, went straight through two defenders, and dived over to the left of the uprights for another four-pointer. And another happy man there for the Muruk side. But the Goroka side, they never gave up. It was their lock forward, Jeffrey Ize, who threw the ball over the top, and then he managed to back up and pick up the receiving pass and put it down underneath the uprights, and that brought Goroka back within striking distance. But again, that man, Normoil Ermas, took the short side option, ran around, created the opportunity for his centre, Moab Kivung, to throw the dummy, which Goroka North's cover defence fell for, and Kivung strolled across and put it down for the Muruks to skip further ahead. And the full-time match statistics now. There's a scoreline, 32 points to 16. The scrums went Muruk's way, almost a 2-to-1 ratio. The penalties went to Goroka North, 7-5. The missed tackles, well, that's a funny missed tackle count. The Muruks missing 13 missed tackles, and Goroka North's only 9, but yet the scoreline tells a different story. But I think the scoreline directly relates to the last line handling errors, where you see Goroka North's 21 handling errors against Muruk's 9. You can't win a football match with 21 handling errors, and that's exactly what happened to Goroka North this afternoon. Too many handling errors. They just never got themselves into the game. They didn't take their opportunities. Muruk certainly did all of that, and they scored some good tries as well. 32 points to 16, the final score, and they are the Cambridge Cup champions for 1998. That's it from the crew down here at the Lloyd Robson Oval. We trust you enjoyed the coverage this afternoon. Until we come your way again, on behalf of the full Outside Broadcast crew and the studio boys, we bid you all a very good evening.